So hello everyone, it is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, and today we are going to go into my makeup collection. So I was standing here and I was like, I need to declutter a whole bunch of stuff, just because I bought a whole bunch of stuff over from my house, because over the summer I plan on Adrian and I just staying out here at my grandmother's house. So I figured I would bring some of the stuff I truly love and then declutter some of the stuff I just think is mediocre. So I decided to take you all along for the journey. So we're going to go through all the drawers that are here. Hi. Yeah, we're going to go through all the drawers that are here. It's like 6 drawers here. So this will probably be one episode of itself. If I have time, I'll go through the lipsticks on the top as well. But let's go ahead and get started, because I figure you all will be more excited about the palettes than you will about what I'm showing you now. But since it's at the top, that's what we have to go with. So let's get started. So I have a box, a huge patent brass box from when I ordered all her holiday stuff, along with a few other things that I will be emptying all of these lovely products in. So let's start off with some stuff that I know can go. Like, for example, this. Y'all saw the video of how horrible this product was. It was fucking awful. I did not like it. The sunscreening was horrible. The fact that this light coverage lets me know I'm not going to want any part of it. And because it had that gray cast to it, even if I did mix in it with another foundation, I don't feel like I would like to use it. So it can go. I'm trying to debate if I want to keep this Kat Von D powder foundation or not. But since the foundation I have from her is Liquid 2 powder, and I have other powder foundations here I like better, I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. My shade is, what is it? Sorry. Deep 66. I know you can't see what that says because the camera's so close up, but it says Deep 66. Let me show you what the color looks like on the inside. So it's a pretty good shade match. It's just more of, since I already have powders I like better, and this is one I'm not going to reach for. I ended up buying this at TJ Maxx, but we're just going to go ahead and let it go. This J-Cat Aqua Assurance powder. I remember not really liking this that much. It's just the shade Caramel. But I have a video idea in mind for it, since it's supposed to be a waterproof powder. I figured we'd go ahead and try some waterproof products. So we're going to hold on to it just for that reason, but not because I'm so in love with it. I have this CoverGirl True Blend Skin Smoothing Primer. I didn't find it to be skin smoothing in my personal opinion. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let it go, because I have a million primers to go through, and it's not a necessity in my makeup collection. So my Tarte Shape Tapes, I will be keeping them, because I actually have the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I did a video for you all on this a while ago, and I actually like the foundation. Okay, so I kept it. I'm going to keep this Smith & Co. foundation as well. I know KK really likes this foundation. I do as well. I like to use this as a mixer though. Believe it or not, I like to mix this in with the Fenty Beauty Dewy Foundation. I think it does a really great job with that one, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. This one though, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. This is the Neutrogena Primer. I tried for you all that I was supposed to be comparing to the Liquid Powder Foundation from, what's that brand? From Farsali. But I just found a new one from Makeup Revolution that I'm going to try out, and I don't really like the consistency of this product, so I'm going to go ahead and let it go as well. See, I'm doing a pretty good job when it comes to like complexion and eyeshadow palettes are hard for me. So I have the Dose of Colors foundation and matching concealer. I'm going to go ahead and keep it and try it out some more. Same thing with this e.l.f. controlling primer. We're going to go ahead and hold, I'm sorry about the glare. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that. I have only tried it, I think, twice, and I want to get some more use out of it. The Nobler Foundation and Concealer, just because it was hard to get a hold of, I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these. But it's just a mediocre foundation. It's not exceptional. I truly love this concealer by the Lip Bar. It is truly, I'm sorry, the Lip Bar Beauty now, I believe is their name. But I really like this concealer. It's a great concealer. I'm going to keep it. I'm not that fond of this Huda Beauty concealer, actually, with the metal tip or whatever. I feel like the color is a little too close to my skin tone. It doesn't give me the right amount of highlight, so I think I might actually go ahead and let go of this one. But at the same time, I feel like it'd be good for spot treating, just because it's such a full coverage concealer, and y'all know how Huda is about full coverage. She's a full coverage queen, so I'm going to keep that. I like to mix this in with the Huda Beauty foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it as well. The Huda Beauty foundation is not in this drawer because I have it in a main chick side chick video coming up, so it's in a box where I keep all the main chick side chick stuff, so that's why it is not in here. I'm definitely going to keep this primer just because I thought it was interesting and cool. This is the one from Flower Beauty that I tried out recently. I try to remember to leave cards above for some of this stuff, not everything obviously, but this is the Derma Blend concealer. I thought it was really nice. People really liked that video. I think it's because a lot of people don't try out the brand. The Lip Bar foundation. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of this, but I like to mix this with other foundations. I don't know why this isn't focusing. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I like to mix this in with, well, you'll see a video on it coming up, my favorite foundation combinations, but I like to mix it in with this Bite Beauty one because I don't like the Bite Beauty foundation on its own, and I don't like the Smashbox foundation on its own. But mixed in with this one, I really like it. The same thing with the Screen Queen from Milani, but I think it's because I bought the wrong shade in this one, but I don't really like the formula on this that much. I prefer a different formula, so I like to mix this Age Perfect foundation here in with it. Sorry, the packaging is glaring. So we're going to keep everything else in this drawer. Let us go on to the next drawer. So the next drawer is a whole bunch of highlighters. So highlighters, blushes, and bronzers. Oh, sorry. So I have my Dior face palette. This is the first one. As you can see, most of the colors in here I can't use. I have to use this as highlight. This is highlight. I believe this is supposed to be a blush top or S type thing, but I felt like it was too icy for my skin tone. And then this one, obviously, is too light. I'd have to use it as a highlight or inner corner highlight. I just have this palette for reference purposes, basically. This is the one I actually use here. This is the second one. I believe it's called Glitz. Yeah, I believe it's called Glitz. I know Mel Thompson loves this peach shade right here. I like this palette better than the first one, but then again, this palette is better geared toward my skin tone. But the newest ones they came out with are the ones that are geared toward my skin tone the best. So I'm going to keep both of these, but I'm going to start taking stuff out of the drawer so it won't be in the way. This is one of my favorite highlighters. I actually brought my backup of it here. This is the Becca Dreamsicle highlighter. It is truly stunning and I love it. So this is my backup I brought here because I have one at home that I use pretty regularly alongside the Amrezy highlighter. I just kind of mix them together. This highlighter truly disappointed me, and I love Mother to death, but like it's way too champagne-y pink and too icy on my skin tone, and that's why it truly disappointed me. So I'm keeping this more for reference, not because I'm actually going to use it. And that's sad because I paid $65 for it and I don't want to use it at all. I've tried to mix it in with other things and I just don't like the way it looks. Maybe it's because it's not made in Italy like a lot of her other products are. Anyway, this is a new Cover FX face palette. As you can see, it's dirty because this packaging is just not it to keep stuff clean. This is what it looks like. I feel like this color is really icy on my skin tone. I have to mix it in with this one. And then as you can see, I haven't really touched the pink. To me, that would be more like probably a blush topper. And then I have to get a dark enough berry tone blush and just pop that on top. So I haven't tried that color yet, but I'm still trying this out, so I don't want to get rid of it. I'm not liking it so far though, so I'm hoping my opinion will change. This is the Minted, what is the name? Ashley Blaine Featherson. I heard she's the chick from Dear White People, the TV show. Because, you know, the girl that's in the Thor movies, she is the original from the Dear Black People movie. Anyway, I got season 1. There's a season 2, and that one probably worked better on my skin tone. But since you can't get either one of these anyway, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. I'm sure my cousins can use it because they're a lighter skin tone than I am. So that's the first thing we got rid of in this drawer. You cannot have my Midas Cosmetics and Neon MUA palette. Absolutely not. It's not happening. That's dead. This is what it looks like. Please remember that mine came with 2 contours or 2 bronzers. I forgot which one it is, but I think I have 2 bronzers and a contour instead of the highlighter like I'm supposed to. I gave away the extra one that they sent me once they found out they had sent me the wrong one, but this is a beautiful palette and I will not be getting rid of it at all. Neither will I be getting rid of Tammy's collection. She has 2 face palettes as well. This is the I think medium dark one. And then I think there's like a dark deep one. But I opted to get this one. This contour is really, really, really gray. But I really like the bronzer in here, the highlighter, and the blush. Mainly the blush and the bronzer though. I don't really care about gold highlighters. But I feel like she did a good job with these powders. And I am impressed. So my little e.l.f. quad, I'm going to keep this as the darkest one they make. This is the shade Pomegranate. I'm not using it right now just because, you know, I have to use the lighter ones in the wintertime when I could actually use them. Because they only have like, I feel like one quad that works best for my skin tone. And this is it. So I'm holding off on it till summertime. I have the Brownie Bite from, what is it, Beauty Bakery. This is what it looks like. I am definitely going to keep this. This is one of the few Beauty Bakery products that I have that I truly, truly love. There's a gorgeous highlighter, a bronzer, and a blush. It's actually really similar to Tammy's palette, except it doesn't have like the contour shade. It just has like the highlighter, the blush, and the bronzer. It's a gorgeous palette, and it is a beautiful formulation. So this is the Innuendo palette. I like to keep this around for when I want to do like drugstore and affordable makeup tutorials on the rare occasion that I do. Plus the formula here is pretty nice and I like the color selection pretty well. So I'm keeping that one. I don't know if they make it anymore or not. I feel like they do. I hope they do because it's like I'm going to hoard mine even if they don't. Let's see what else is in this drawer, girl. Because I feel like it's a lot. Oh God, yes, I'm pulling out more and more. Jesus Christ. Okay, so remember I told you all during the 21 days of beauty sale, I ended up buying Hula Toasted. I think I haven't used this at all. My bad. I need to go ahead and use this. Maybe when I get done using up my NARS Casino Bronzer. Y'all know I'm trying to pan that. I have Project Pan. I have Pan. I'm just trying to finish it off now. So when I get done, I might go ahead and use this. But I have other bronzers in the bathroom that I just am trying to use up and would prefer to use over that one just because it took them forever to make it for me. So I'm going to take forever to use it. How about that? I have the ABH one in Mahogany. This is their bronzer. I think it's a really nice bronzer. This is actually my backup one. I have one at home, and then I had one to bring here just to make sure I had something to use. But since they're on the naughty list right now, I haven't really been using it. Aside from the fact that I have other bronzers that work way better, and bronzers that were made by brown people, so they'll, you know, I feel just work better for me. So this is the Soul Body, I think body bronzer. I have the shade Dark. This stuff is wonderful. It smells like a coconut paradise, and I love to use this. I've been calming down from using it. As you can see, mine has a nice little dent in it because it is a truly really nice product. And when summer comes, I will probably be back on it again because it's one of those more red tone bronzers. And I prefer to use red tone bronzers in the summertime when, you know, I have more of a deeper complexion, whereas in the wintertime I don't. This is the Mented Cosmetics bronzer. It's weird because it has glitter reflex in it, as you can see, and I feel like this is the only shade that has that though. But it's really nice, and I like Mented, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. It's not my favorite bronzer, though, just because all the shimmery glitter in it. These Lorac blushes, don't sleep on them. They are amazing. This is Cinematic. I really love this color. It is gorgeous on the skin, and I feel like it is very pretty, and I'm going to keep it. And it builds up quite nicely, too. The same thing with the highlighter. This is a gorgeous highlighter shade. It's the shade Twilight, I believe, right? Yes, Twilight. It's gorgeous, and I'm going to be keeping both of those because Lorac's powder products for the face are amazing. But a lot of people don't talk about the brand because it's like, I feel like they don't market themselves to be talked about. So if you don't market yourself to be talked about, why would you expect anyone to talk? These are the e.l.f. blushes. This is one of the shimmery ones. It's always punchy, I believe. Sorry, always lucky. This is a Primer Infused blush. The only thing with these is they claim they're shimmery brushes, but after you get the overlay off of them, the shimmer just disappears. So it was just totally, you know, disappointing for me because after you get the overlay off, it's just a plain blush. So it's like, it's not really a shimmery blush, and I feel like I was falsely advertised to. But since it was only like $6, it can stay, because at the end of the day, it's a nice color and it's good for those affordable videos I like to do every once in a full moon that always turn disastrous because I feel like drugstore makeup just does not want to work for me. I guess it's because it knows I'm a bougie bitch and I'm not going to appreciate it, so it doesn't try. I don't know. Anyway, this is a Novel Cosmetics Adults Only blush, or yeah, blush. I really like this. It was a good dupe for Ruby Riches from Fenty, so that's why I keep it here, because I have Ruby Riches at home, of course. So I'm going to keep it. I love the formulation of these. I feel like the bronzer looks beautiful. I feel like the highlighters look beautiful, and I feel like this blush looks really nice. So I'm going to keep that as well. I know I'm not doing that great in this drawer, but hey, you know, we're going to make it up elsewhere, I guess. This is the Milk Cosmetics. What is this? Buzzkill palette. I want the Raw Honeymoon so bad, y'all, but I just can't spend 40 bucks on it, especially since you see how many blushes are here. But this is gorgeous. I feel like this will go over any pretty nice orange blush, so I will go ahead and keep it. I'm trying to finish up this drawer real quick because the battery's about to die, so we're going to have to charge it and then come back to doing the last drawer in the eyeshadow palettes. But this is the Fenty Glow highlighting balm. I have another one that I have here. I think it's the copper one that she came out with over the summer. This is really pretty. I'm trying to debate if I want to keep it or not, though, since I have that coppery one and I feel like I'll use it more. So this will go in a maybe pile. These are two blushes. This is from Sydney Grace, the bundle I had got, and then this is So Renegade from Kathleen Lights. It's a beautiful orange blush topper. I'm going to go ahead and keep both of those. And then the last two things we have in this drawer is what is this? Construct the blush from Shayla. I should probably start using this now too, because, well, since she's brown like I am, she knows to make one that I can use in summertime. So that's why I didn't buy Always Spicy again, because I already had this one to use in my grandmother's house. So we're going to go ahead and keep that. And the last thing we have in here is the Jouer Champagne and Macaroons blush palette. So I got this off a YouTuber. She was doing 50% off all of her PR she had got that she was selling on Mercari during the pandemic. So I went ahead and swooped it up because this is the bronzer that I use out of the bronzer palette I have at home. This blush is really nice. This one looks like it worked pretty decent on my skin tone. And then this is the shade Skinny Dip. I had been wanting this I already have this highlighter. I've been wanting to shade tan lines for a really long time. But this is a nice palette in of itself. And the way stuff is really nice, even though they don't necessarily always cater to people that look like me. So I went ahead and bought it. So I will come back with you all to show you this drawer, which is basically a lot of eye products, in a few minutes because the battery on this camera is about to die. Bye. Okay, you also have returned. I moved the lighting around, so I hope it's not too big of a difference. But I told you we were going to start in this drawer, so we're going to start in this one. I just did a video with these. These are the Surratt, what is these? I think they're called prismatic eyes. So I have this one, which is Scandalized. And then I have Visualize. So I'm going to do an Instagram tutorial on those. So I need to hold on to those. Let me get my box so I know what I'm keeping and what is going in my maybe box. With those, I'm keeping, like I just said. This is a maybe for me because it's like I liked it when I saw Jackie do an eye look with it, but I've only done one eye look with it and I wasn't super impressed. Plus I know people aren't really into ABH right now, but I did order the highlighter though, so FYI, you will be seeing it coming. It should be coming next week, but this is going to go in the maybe pile. That's because I think I have 5 million eyeshadow palettes, so this isn't really that big a deal. This is a Makeup by Mario, what is this, Bronzite colors. So I bought this to put a highlight on my face, but they say you can put it on your eyes too. But it's like I really use the Artist Couture one instead of this one. I don't know what it is about the formula of this. I guess it's just like a little too drying for my liking. So I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile. I might end up selling it on Mercari, I don't know, but I might just want to keep it in my collection for reference. Obviously we're gonna keep these just in case I need to clean up makeup on the eyes or whatnot. That's what it's for. I'm really debating on these Vidyard palettes because I'm not a fan of them, but I was thinking about keeping them like for reference purposes for when they did have a collection. But I might just keep this one and get rid of this one. So I think I'm getting rid of this one. If you all remember, this one was like Ash City. It was very disrespectful and it did not work for anyone of my skin tone. Like, look at that, girl, what am I supposed to do with that? And then the metallics don't really pack that much punch, but you know, since it's Vidyard, you know, don't expect it to pack too much punch. So we're going to actually declutter this one and we'll just hold on to this pink one for reference. So now we got to go. So I have a pile that's going to go on Mercari. So that's going to go in the Mercari pile. But we're going to go ahead and keep this one just to reference. Because I feel like I can work that one a little better than the other one. This one I'm actually keeping for reference as well. Because I didn't like the formula of this that well. But these two shades right here go, to me, match really similar to the Violet palette that came out recently. So I'm holding on to it as far as reference for that. I don't know how long I'm keeping the Violet palette, but you know. I have this Elsie palette. I bought it off somebody on Poshmark for like 15 bucks. I ended up cracking it somehow though, because like this part right here is cracked and it wasn't cracked when I got it. I'm just holding on to this again for reference. I think this is an influencer brand. I believe they say Elsie was an influencer, but I liked the color story of it. I wasn't really feeling the white too much, but since it's a shimmery white, I figured it could be an inner corner. This could be like your outer V shade, and obviously this would be the lid shade, so that's why I held on to it, because the color story was nice. And they have one that's called, I think, like Dusk. And I was thinking about getting that one as well, but it's like I haven't really heard anybody talking about the brand, so I didn't know too much about them. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it for now. Of course, I am keeping my Vlada in Smashbox palette. Y'all know I am a mauve lover, and what is this but a mauve tone palette? So this is perfect for me on the go if I had an emergency, I need to go somewhere to do something. I have me a lovely mauve palette to go do it with, so we're going to keep that. This is going to go in the maybe pile just because the formula of it was okay, but I feel like, you know, I would just use the Prelude palette from, what do you call those people, Lime Crime, but at the same time, I feel like this is a good drugstore alternative type thing. Plus, I'm loving all these grungy tones in here, and I feel like it'd be a good grungy drugstore, palette. So I'm thinking I'm going to hold on to it. We'll see. It's going to go in the maybe pile, so see about that. This one I just can't let go. This is my peanut butter and jelly palette. This is one of the first Too Faced palettes I ever bought. That's how late to the game I am with makeup. Like, this was one of the first palettes I bought from Too Faced. But I'm trying to hold on to it because I want to compare it to that Let's Jam palette. And I saw somebody selling it on Poshmark. So I'm thinking I'll hold on to this one and then we can compare it to that one. And then maybe I'll let it go after that if I like that one better. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to hold on to it for now. As you see, I just have random mascaras. I'm going to keep all my mascaras. These are liquid shadows from Stila. This is, what is it, Molten Midnight? This is La Douce. This is one of my favorite shades. It's like the liquid version of Dirty Money, but it seems like it has dried up or something, because you see like all that, sorry, you see all that space in between it. So I'm trying to debate if I should keep this one. Let's swatch it and see if it still has any type of pigmentation to it. Okay, it still looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I thought it had dried out and I was concerned, but it's good. I usually buy these during 21 Days of Beauty. The colors I really like on the off chance I need to use them. I'm definitely going to keep this Huda Beauty mint one. Originally I was going to get rid of it, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it because I feel like it'll be good for pastel shades that I want to use, especially mint pastel shades. I should have used this with her palette, but I didn't think about it at the time, and I already sold that palette a long time ago because it was so terrible. But yeah, I'm going to keep this. Same with all my liquid shadows. I'm going to keep those so we don't really need to look at them. This is an Hourglass eyeshadow primer. It's just a backup I had at home. I forgot to bring it here to use. These Kaja shadows are actually really nice, and I don't have a lot of rose gold. So again, that's why I'm keeping this. This, though, I will get rid of. This is the Meant to Be from Dose of Color. Y'all know how long ago the Meant to Be collection came out. As you can see, I never used this, and then I didn't use the powder underneath it either, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Go throw it in my little box. It's sitting on the bed back there. Of course, I'm keeping this. This is the Scorpion. You all know I'm a Scorpio, so that's the only reason I have it, and I will be keeping it. They don't make these anymore, but I really like them, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. This is, what is it called? It's taupe something. Oh, it's Bronze Taupe from L'Oreal. I don't think they make these anymore, or like they're cleansing them out or something like that. I just have a whole bunch of random liquid shadows. This I'm debating on just because I don't really like the formula of these Kaja Bendo. Sorry, I know the lighting is horrible, but the Kaja Benjo shadows or whatever, I don't really like these. So there's this shade, and then this shade. I just feel like they didn't give impactful shimmer like I thought they were going to. And I'm like, for the price of how high this is, I feel like it should just give you more shimmer. Let me see. Like, it looks nice in here, but I feel like on the eye it just doesn't translate. See, it's just a little too soft for my liking. So I'm keeping it for reference purposes, but it's not something like I just have to have in my collection. These, on the other hand, I absolutely love. These are Touch and Soul metallicized sparkling foil pigments. I have a taupe one. What is the name of this again? It's something taupe. They still sell these on their website, but they don't sell them at Sephora anymore. That's why I bought mine. This is Aura Taupe. The color of this is insane. You all will see a video coming up with it along with the Lolita palette, which is in the drawers later down. I have this one for My Little Pony that I have like never used, but I just keep it because it's My Little Pony. I remember My Little Pony from when I was a kid. Just eyeshadow primer, just a whole bunch of random stuff. This is an eyeliner. I have actually used this eyeliner a couple of times, but as you can see, it's dried to hell. It still works though, believe it or not. It just looks dry in the packaging. So I have this MAC Pretty Little Things eyeshadow from when I bought their collection, I think 2019. This shade is P is for Pink. I think it's a pretty shimmery shade, so I'm going to keep it. And then I have my lid light from Lime Crime. I have the shade Majestic, and as soon as you see it, you'll know why I have it. Look at that color. I couldn't resist. Look at it. I think I've used it in an eyeshadow look before. I don't know, but that's pretty much it. I have all my e.l.f. quads. So I have Cream and Sugar. I have Truffle. This is Berry Bad. That's the pumpkin spice. I'm thinking about getting rid of the pumpkin spice one just because I don't feel like this really suits my skin tone that well. I feel like I can work with the other ones, but this one just doesn't do it. I've never used Carnival Candy. And then there's Hot Jalapeno. But I'm keeping all those mainly for reference purposes. Like the couple of, believe it or not, I didn't get the blue one. And I know everybody probably just assumed I have it. I do not have the blue one. I wasn't impressed with the blues that they chose to put in that palette. So that's why I was like, I'm not just going to buy it just because it's blue when the blue color story isn't working for me. Sorry, it just flew out my hand and into the drawer. I guess it didn't like the way I was talking about it and its sister. So it was like, no, you're being disrespectful. We don't want it. So let's close her up. Now this is where all the eyeshadow palettes live. So I'm going to have to try to take the tripod down and like handle all that. So I will be right back. Hold please.